First, you will need a vehicle in Portland. Second, you will have to go to this location on the map. This is a tunnel that brings you from Portland to Staunton Island. Third, enter the vehicle and place the driver's side door directly above the tunnel. Fourth, get out the driver's side door and you will be able to go through the tunnel as there's no collision, and you will be able to be out of world. This is something that you could do directly from the intro of Grand Theft Auto 3, the definitive edition. You don't even have to defeat the first mission to travel from island to island. So you will keep running from under the water, which is above the tunnel, and we're traveling out of world currently on foot. So this is something I suggest to not attempt to do, as it could create a lot of issues to your game, like crashes, blockers, corrupt your save files where you have to delete all of your saves. This could also damage your device depending on the level of crash that you get, as it's not intended designed to be able to travel out of world. As you could see, you'll see flickering water, which is Z fighting. You'll be able to see that there is no collision with the tunnel, so it looks like the vehicles are like driving in the sky. There's a lot of stuff that is like missing textures, a lot of no collision issues, and invisible collision walls. So you want to keep running in the center like I am now, where there's no collision, above the tunnel until you see a stadium. So from Portland to Staunton Island, once you bump into the invisible collision wall, it's an indicator that you're reaching the next island. So we reached Staunton Island. So what you want to do is you want to keep running until you reach the stadium. And once you reach exactly the stadium, we're going to jump off the side and it should teleport us onto Staunton Island. This is not intended design. This is really an issue that the developers most probably didn't see in the early 2000s when doing game design, or they decided to not fix this issue as it's an edge case issue. Even though this edge case issue happens 100% of the time with very specific repro steps, they most probably chose to not fix it, or they did not find it in development. This issue could only be fixed by patching the no collision issue above the tunnel at the very beginning of this video in Portland, and we would not get all these bugs. So it's one minor bug that led to all these major issues. Note that we could even fall out of world infinitely and crash, or get stuck in invisible collision traps when doing this. Now once you hit an invisible collision wall where there's some Z fighting, you want to keep jumping until you go over the invisible collision. So you'll be standing on the invisible collision. Once you reach the stadium, then you want to jump off the side and it will bring you to Staunton Island, which is amazing, as we could reach Staunton Island at the very beginning of the game, which is excellent. The only way to get back to Portland from here is you need to get eliminated in the game. Currently we're in Staunton Island, so you would have to get yourself eliminated in Staunton Island to go back to Portland if you want to return to Portland, or get eliminated and then make your way all the way to Shoreside Vale. I got myself eliminated and I'm going from Portland all the way to Shoreside Vale now, so it's going to be the same concept. We're going to be running above the tunnel until we reach a mountain, and once we hit the invisible collision wall, we're going to jump off the side. It's going to bring us to Shoreside Vale. As you can see right now, like a lot of the water above me is missing. There's like missing textures, it's flickering, it's creating a lot of bad stuff to the game. That's why I strongly suggest to not attempt this. With my experience working in AAA title games, like this is how games look like in the first few builds, like 7 years before they're published in early development. Some AAA title games will look like this. This looks actually fairly nicer than how it looks like in like the first build of a game, but pretty much the concept is it's really broken, and this is a great example showing how many defects that we see in this scenario here. Let me know your thoughts in the comments about this way of traveling out of world. This was all caused by no collision above the tunnel. That's why we're able to do this, which is a quick fix to do in a game. It's just adding some invisible collision above the tunnel in Portland, which would stop the player from going out of world and seeing all these defects. It's really a simple fix, so I'm positive this is something the developers have fixed or will fix in future update. Now all we have to do is, once we hit this invisible collision wall, jump off the side, and we are in Shoreside Vale. It's amazing actually. That Claude is like a superhero in Grand Theft Auto 3 the Definitive Edition. This could be done on all platforms. Also, this issue shows that it's super important to fix minor bugs that don't lead to major defects that could damage your device and the game. For more upcoming videos, please click like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.